A goal just got scored, the crowd goes insane, players are hugging, fans are crying tears of joy, and then nothing. The referee just stands there, staring into space, finger pressed to his earpiece. 2 minutes later, the goal is cancelled. Nobody touched the ball after it crossed the line. Nobody fouled anyone. The striker's armpit was offside. This is VAR, and it's either the greatest thing to happen to football or the worst, depending on who you ask. Let's break down exactly what VAR is, why it exists, and why it makes grown adults want to throw their televisions out the window. Football, or soccer if you're American, is a sport where one goal can decide everything: a World Cup final, a championship, a career. So when a referee makes a wrong call at that exact moment, it can feel like robbery. For over 100 years, referees made every decision with their eyes, just their eyes. No replays, no second chances, and some of those mistakes were catastrophic. In the 1966 World Cup final, England scored a goal where the ball may never have fully crossed the line. They won the trophy. Germany still argues about it today. That's the kind of moment that made people say, there has to be a better way. Enter VAR, Video Assistant Referee. Introduced officially into football in 2018 at the World Cup in Russia, VAR is basically a team of officials sitting in a video review room, watching every single moment of the match on multiple camera angles. They're not involved in every decision. They only step in for 4 specific situations: goals, penalties, red cards, and mistaken identity, meaning when the referee punishes the wrong player. That's it. Everything else, the main referee handles it alone. Now here's where it gets interesting. VAR doesn't make the decision, it advises. The main referee can either accept the recommendation or go over to the sideline monitor and review the footage themselves before deciding. Sounds pretty reasonable, right? So why does everyone hate it? Here's the problem nobody talks about. Football has always had a concept called the clear and obvious error. The idea behind VAR was simple: only overturn a decision if it's clearly wrong, not slightly wrong, obviously wrong. But then the technology got too precise. Suddenly, officials started drawing digital lines across frozen video frames, measuring whether a player's shoulder, elbow, or toenail was a centimeter past the last defender. And the lines themselves? They have a margin of error. The camera might not capture the exact millisecond the ball was played. The lines are placed manually by a human operator, so you're making a precise call, using a system that isn't actually that precise. At the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, there were 22 VAR interventions across the tournament. Some took over 3 minutes. In a sport where momentum is everything, 3 minutes of silence while fans wait for a verdict feels like an eternity. But here's the counterintuitive part most people miss. Despite all the complaints, VAR actually works. Studies from professional leagues show that referee accuracy improved from around 82% to over 95% after VAR was introduced. Fewer wrong goals allowed, fewer wrongful red cards, fewer missed penalties. The problem isn't the technology, it's the application. Football never agreed on one clear rule book for how to use it. Different leagues use it differently. Some are stricter, some barely use it at all. And that inconsistency is what drives fans absolutely crazy. You can watch a penalty get awarded in one match, and the exact same situation get waved away the next week. Same sport, different interpretation. So where does that leave us? VAR was built to fix injustice, and in many ways, it has. But it also introduced a new kind of injustice: the slow death of a moment, the celebration cut short, the joy placed on hold while a room full of officials debate a frozen frame. Football is an emotional sport, always has been, and VAR sometimes feels like it's trying to apply cold logic to something that was never meant to be logical. The technology isn't going away, it'll only get more advanced. The real question is whether football can figure out how to use it without losing the thing that made the sport beautiful in the first place. If you want to actually understand football before the next World Cup, subscribe. Every video breaks it down exactly like this. No jargon, no fluff, just the real story.